Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today I just want to go over a quick little video on the Rakers on chainsaw chains. So I did make a video previously on how to sharpen a chain, but I didn't really cover the Rakers in depth. So I want to go over what the Rakers are, why they're important, and just kind of go over that in detail, because I feel like a lot of people kind of forget about the Rakers when they're sharpening their chainsaw chain. So the first thing we'll go over is what the actual raker looks like. So you can see here, we have our cutting tooth right here. We'll zoom in on that. Our cutting tooth right here. And then this right here is our raker. Okay? So now that we know what the raker is, what does it do? So what the raker does is, another name for a raker is the depth gauge, and that is exactly what it does. It determines the depth of your cut. So the more you file this raker down, the deeper the saw is going to cut, the bigger your wood chips, which sounds great. However, the more you file it down, the higher likelihood you have of the saw binding up, kicking back, and things like that. So you don't want to file these down too much in relation to your cutting tooth. So what I recommend doing is, if you have a brand new chain and you just started, you just filed it down once, I like to, after I sharpen the teeth, the cutting teeth, every 3 times. So I'll sharpen these 2 to 3 times, and then on the third, I'll also file the raker down. I'll just take a flat file like this, and I'll just run a pass over the raker once, just to kind of take it down a tiny bit. So that's kind of the way I do it, and we'll show you that real quick. So what I like to do, just like when I'm sharpening the chain, I'll mark, get a good mark with a marker so you know where you're starting. And then you could see how, here's where we're starting. The angle of this cutting tooth, I like to do the same way I would sharpen. So we're going to do one, then we're just going to turn it. We're not going to do that one because it's angled the other way. And then we're just going to do this raker. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here's our first raker that we made our mark on right here. And we're just going to take our flat file and we're just going to take one pass over it. Okay, and then we're just going to move. Like I said, we're going to skip that one. We'll do that on the next pass. And then we're just going to take our file and just go over it once. Go through, all the way over until you hit, where you started. And we started, where was it? We started right here. So you would just keep going every other tooth and then just flip the saw over. And you could see now we're going to be going for these right here. Okay. And you would do the same thing, mark one, and then just rotate your blade, go every other one until you get back to where you started. And that's kind of a good way to make sure that you're filing down all of the rakers uniformly, evenly. And that's going to increase, that's going to help you guys out tremendously with, how you're cutting. If you notice, that you're sharpening the blade or you're sharpening the chain, but, you still kind of have like wobbly cuts, uneven cuts. It's not cutting the way that, you think it should. It's most likely these rakers are probably just a little bit too high. So when you take one pass off of them, it's going to allow you to cut a lot deeper. Or, if you have a freshly sharpened chain and you're still producing like really small wood chips or even almost like sawdust, then it's most likely your rakers are too high and they need to be filed down. So yeah guys, let me know if you have any questions on that. Be sure to reach out in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out all of my other tool and DIY videos. Yeah guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.